Ben, bonjour tout le monde, aujourd'hui on est de retour pour Honkai, la célébration de leur deuxième anniversaire. Je sais que ça fait une couple de jours depuis le dernier stream, mais comme j'avais averti, j'allais être absent pour certains jours. On va changer l'écran tout de suite. Voilà. Bon, qu'est-ce que je fais ici? J'ai aucune idée. Je me rappelle même pas pourquoi je suis ici. Ah oui, c'est vieux. Là, on va retourner dans le carnet. On va aller juste récupérer l'argent du Star Rail World. Ah oui, il y a aussi l'événement cosmique qui était communautaire qui a été terminé. On m'a averti que c'était communautaire, tout le monde y participait ensemble et tout. J'ai rien compris de ce que c'était. Je sais qu'il est terminé, comme ça on l'a avancé. Allez, on fait des doubles A maintenant. Allez, on va faire des petits tirages. Des méga tirages. Genuine! Oh mon dieu, expert! Revenu de la Fuxion. Je l'ai pas encore. Ah ben Topaz, ah, il était temps qu'elle pull up, Topaz. Revenu d'Aventurine et de Jade. J'ai Aventurine, mais j'ai pas encore Jade. Shot on Aventurine encore. Je peux pas genre le balancer aux poubelles. Non, non, je peux pas. Triste. Je suis méga triste. Hein? Ah voilà. Ah ben voilà, Jade. Topaz. Elle améliore même pas Aventurine, juste Topaz. Putain. Oh, signe! On a toutes les zones, on a tous les événements. Attends. Allez, un autre. Oh, ça veut dire que j'ai une étoile supérieure. Quelqu'un? Firefly? Ah oui. Ah ben, oh mon dieu, même le Fossoyeur. Puis dans Hong aussi. Nice. Allez, on va se souvenir des choses du passé. Shit, le méga robot. La Folina. Ben, il est terminé. Ah, ok, non, c'est ça, ok. Il vient juste de se faire terminer, justement. Lui, il manque le 3 juste ici. Ah, c'est ça, là, il a changé, c'est Jin Yuang le bonus. Ça veut dire qu'il faut que je l'équipe. Et le bonus de Jin Yuang, c'est. Non, c'est pas là que je verrai. Ah, voilà, assistant. Jin Yuang, c'est Fuxiuan. Je l'ai pas. Ouais, non, il m'en manque encore 5. Attends, tu sais quoi, on va utiliser nos méga tickets. Ah ben, voilà. 400%! Eh non, mais. Ah mon dieu, j'ai cru qu'elle allait augmenter. Ah, come on! Bon. Ah. Junkie! Vous rencontrez près dans le stand de thé au milieu des terminaux. Il a l'air perdu dans ses pensées. Sauver une vie, c'est comme poser un rocher au sommet d'une montagne. Au final, c'est peine perdue. Le général Fuxian veut guérir mon cœur. Pourtant, je ne peux pas m'empêcher de ressentir une certaine nostalgie. Je n'ai même plus la joie de déguster du thé. Ah mon dieu, écoute mon pote Homo, je suis là pour te redonner du beau au cœur. Faut pas être triste, on a qu'à rester un poème. Ouais non. Allez le Homo. Le Emo. Pour raconter l'histoire d'Archeron de Michael. Devenir encore plus nihiliste que lui, ce qui le rend presque optimiste en comparaison. Peut lancer dans un long discours pour noyer dans des pensées positives. Allez, le discours, le discours. Yeah! Sui Polima, il a vécu plus que vous. Fuck you. Ah, tu sais quoi? Bon, mais toi, t'es un médecin, ok? T'étais pas au combat, ok? Tant la nihilité engloutit tout et alors. Mais je vais mettre une claque en fait. Bon, il est où les deux? J'ai le commerce et le souvenir à changer. Ben parfait. Je sais exactement qui changer justement. Et il y a le divertissement. Pourquoi pas, hein? Topaz, Jade, Aventurine. Ok. Pas mal tout le monde maintenant. Changer toi, ça va être Jinyuyen. Jinyuan. Parfait. Vraiment jouer le rôle du général endormi. Le bâtard. Toi, ça va être... Attends, si je mets Mo... Ah, ok, non, c'est ça, ok. Il faut que je remplace Mose à la place. Ça va être Aventurine. Revenu de Sunday, ça, on va le remplacer par... Jade. Ça va être Topaz. Sunday, ça va être Fuxian. Zone marchande, zone du souvenir. Ok, eux, ils boostent les autres zones. Attends, elle fait quoi déjà, elle, Sparkle? Zone du divertissement et revenu de toutes les stands. Ok, non, ça, on va la garder, elle. Mais elle, je vais quand même la changer parce que justement, March est plus là. Ça sert à rien de la garder. Je vais mettre... Rappa. Voilà, revenu de la zone de souvenir. De l'argent. Oh, un ticket d'or. Ah, ouais, je peux l'augmenter. Yeah. Voilà, c'est ça. Fake Shower, ça va être le prochain. Attends, je peux-tu changer tout ça? Ah, ben sinon, je peux mettre le Fossoyeur. Ça va augmenter ça va augmenter le cash pour tout le monde. Ah, mais le problème, c'est que je perds tellement de... Oh non, j'augmente de revenus même. Pourquoi pas, hein? Ah non, c'est ça. 50 euros de plus. Attends. Attends. Yeah! L'argent est pour moi. Ça va être bizarre avec tout le nouveau monde. Bon, allez, on leur repart en aventure là. Comme le titre suggère, bien sûr, on va aller progresser dans l'histoire. Mission du pionnier, voilà, c'est parti. Consulter, ah voilà, consulter le résumé. On va voir le résumé. Les demi-dieux. Bon, le vieux papy, il a pas été content parce qu'il voulait voir la vérité. Allez. Résumé éterné, voulez-vous rendre immédiatement l'entre... Bah oui.
Short respite, then time for the next fight.
Où est-ce qu'on est? Ah, j'aime trop ces affaires. J'aime trop ces animaux. Aller au jardin de la vie, discuter de la suite avec les héritiers chrétiennes. Si quelqu'un veut savoir des informations quoi que ce soit, ne stressez pas, dites-moi là. Si genre les défis de Onyx, la prophétie se réalisera-t-elle pour moi aussi? Non, de quelle prophétie? Je dois donner une réponse à Gléa.
Ah, it's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Ben non, quand on a un dieu, j'ai un temps.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations. The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
Ah oui, qui est tellement stressé qu'elle lit plus vite, je pense pas que c'est une bonne chose, hein.
I understand completely.
Des années
During my
d'études.
time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Finon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself, correct?
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
L'alchimie, l'histoire.
The history of mythology, taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fear.
La bâtarde. Enseignée par le grand orateur en personne.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas. May I ask, Lady Aglaya, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the Flame Chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
A Dromus draped in finery?
Draca drapé de ça. Ah!
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas.
J'avoue.
Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve. Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire. As a Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
The gods have chosen him.
He was indeed chosen by Circes. Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
J'avoue.
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the core flame.
Ah, ça va pas le tuer, justement,
However,
faire ça?
if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme
C'est
measures.
vrai, techniquement, il est mort.
Just as
C'est
I
juste que
feared.
la déesse Cersei, ce qu'elle a dit, c'est je me
The
tiens en vie.
Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility. Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I understand your stance. Let's continue this discussion another time, but now, let's greet our guest. You're here. Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial?
Tant que c'est pas une connerie. Oui, on est prêt.
It seems that this sacred beast is just as indispensable, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy mem memmy mem.
C'est vrai, au début c'était chiot, lapin. N'importe quoi, maintenant c'est créature sacrée.
Surrendering the core flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity.
Oh non, mon
You will
humanité que
inherit
j'ai pas.
Orynyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own. From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis.
C'était seulement dissuadé.
On the contrary, you are the only one who qualifies to attain divinity. Yet, for that very reason, I do not wish to pressure you.
Est-ce qu'il y a un plan B?
It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir.
Mais je suis pas un
If this
anti-chrétien,
path
je viens pas de cette
proves
planète.
unattainable, I am willing to lower my expectations. There are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
Non. Ça ressemble à un plan Z. Ouais, non, c'est ça.
Memmy mem,
Ouais, c'est ça, soyez prendre ce risque.
memmy mem, memmy mem hero.
Pourquoi il a dit héros? Genre, il a juste dit mime, il a juste héros.
Memmy mem, memmy mem.
J'imagine juste la feuille de script de la personne. C'est juste écrit même. Il y a quelques petits points d'exclamation de temps en temps. Ça, il y a des lettres en majuscules.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
Mais pas si tant que
Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
I can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
Je vous fais confiance à tous pour faire le bon choix. Est-ce que j'ai seulement mon mot à dire? Non, t'as pas un mot à dire.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinem will call for you when the ceremony is ready. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Merely rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude. When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
Je suis pas censé aller au bain, moi?
Mister, may everything go well for you and Mem.
Que je pensais qu'elle allait m'oublier, j'étais comme ballot.
It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaya. Previously, I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me. Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing.
Triste.
Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I like to read.
Est-ce que tu peux m'en dire plus à propos du livre? Ouais, non, c'est pas que je m'en fous, mais c'est
No,
que...
it's just an ordinary book. It's definitely not some kind of unique copy.
Ça sonne le... Oui, c'est unique.
It just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the black tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself.
Ah, concernant l'allégorie d'un pays lointain se trouve une cité appelée Styx, un jour un immense dragon corrompu par la marée noire s'est abattu sur la cité, incarnant la mort elle-même.
It swallowed the
Okay.
princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end. Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, the prosperous Styxia met its demise. The author of this book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting.
Bon, les lèvres qui bougent plus.
While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive.
Non, ça, tout le monde
That's
est sur une
right.
trace, quoi.
Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things.
Tu sais pas?
Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden. Despite having visited many
Pourquoi t'es
cities in
curieux sur
Emporius,
March?
I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. Forget it. Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safe.
Non, je sors l'appareil puis je te montre
May you
March.
complete the trial safely.
Putain. Je voulais montrer March. Je voulais être toi, March. Qu'est-ce que tu veux, toi, hein? T'es qui, toi? Je peux même pas savoir t'es qui.
Let's see.
Ok, non, je pensais qu'il y avait une quête. Attention!
Have you heard? I'd love to go in.
Ah! Mais qu'est-ce que tu fais? Une assemblée citoyenne.
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know.
Ben oui, encore des problèmes.
I wouldn't call it trouble. I just think it will be favorable if the both of you understand the situation in Akama better.
Ok. Conseil des anciens, ouais. Passer à la vitesse supérieure. C'est good, on tue les anciens, ça veut
Some
dire.
background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years.
Ouais.
This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential and can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey.
Ouais, non, c'est ça, c'est pas avec Léa qui décide tout.
Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone.
Ok. Faudra que je te fasse réviser quand on retournera à l'université Origami. Hein?
Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a citizens' assembly at Dawncloud.
Népharos.
During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaia should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue.
Mais on s'en fout de leur choix, hein?
That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey. We can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaia that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day. The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner, but this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation.
Nous? Même? Anax? Anax?
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa.
Ben oui, vu qu'ils sont
Aglaia will surely take back Circe's core flame, but with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him.
Ben c'est censé le tuer, je me trompe pas?
He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However,
C'est vrai, s'il a jamais fait
many
confiance en
Chrysos
ça.
heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akima. I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another. As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaia and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for.
Ok. Première chose, une par une. Hein. Ça sans les ennuis pleins et
Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Oronex will show more benevolence and be more accommodating. I remember that they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss. Go
Ouais, non,
and
c'est
rest
ça.
and regain your
Elle
strength.
m'apprécie.
We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days. Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the city.
Ouais, non. C'est donc bien long. Genre, je me sens mal pour le gars qui a dû écrire tout ça. Oui, c'est ici que je me repose. Je me repose même pas à l'intérieur, quoi. Si je veux me reposer là, on fait quoi, hein? Inspecter. Les mets esquis ornent la table. Il n'y a pas un seul... Ah non, ok, ils sont là, les fruits. Des raisins, des grenades. Ok. sais pas pourquoi je m'attendais à des trucs plus... pas spécial, mais moins terrestre. Je sens que l'épreuve est pour bientôt, je sens le stress monter tout à coup. Ben non, calme-toi. Pas encore, il reste encore quelques jours. J'aimerais ça notre canton qu'on jette dans le grand bain. Ben non, pas tout ça. Ben, pourquoi t'es nervous? Pourquoi tu parles? Je pense seulement que tout se passe bien après tout, étant donné que tu as attiré l'attention d'un Aeon, tu devrais être capable de surmonter l'épreuve d'une divinité locale. Ben, littéralement, c'est le quatrième, là. C'est le quatrième Aeon qui est là. Bon, on est comme, il est intéressant ce gars-là. Ils ont misé dessus. On s'habitue à dormir sous le soleil de midi, repose-toi bien. Ouais, non, mais j'aimerais me reposer à l'intérieur. Ah non, c'est quand même fou de se dire qu'ils ont jamais la nuit. Il fait jamais sombre.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits. If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius.
Je suis prêt. Ah voilà, ça t'aide plus tu.
Little Gray and Mem, thank you.
Little
Your
Grey.
resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage.
Votre... Nous saluons
We
votre
carefully
altruisme.
light your path forward.
Get ready to assume Orynyx's divinity, Trailblazer.
Ouais, je suis prêt.
The divine position of Orynyx has already been vacant for some time. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates.
Let's go.
The eighth core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great Vale of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the two elected heroes of the Chrysosairs. A traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles. Who? Mem. Both of you, please, come forward.
J'adore comment elle a juste skippé le commentaire.
Recite along with us. O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world,
Mais.
we seek your divinity
Au passant, le perso
to
principal, il
mend
parle
the
pas.
rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
Ah, là, elle me parle plus. Je crois pas avoir de sang de rire. Ouais, non, c'est ça.
These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn.
Hein?
Please, focus. And surrender the core flame.
Allez, je dois ordonner. Maintenez pour assurer la flamme divine et accomplir votre mission. Oh. Ok. C'est tout? Ok, non. Elle m'a dit avant que c'était trop beau. C'était trop poche, quoi, pour être cool. Ah. C'est pas un défi?
Orynyx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
Attendez mon tour, mes amis. Je vous aime toutes. Ton émotion est un peu précipitée. Garde tes attitudes pour plus tard. Ben là, c'est juste pour le temps que je pars pendant une semaine.
Don't
quoi.
worry. You're tougher than I am, right?
Ouais, je suis plus tough.
the sky. Let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although he loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, his determination is as strong as the Chrysosairs. He will definitely succeed.
Hey, autant que le défi c'est de soigner ma batte dans les
While
mâchoires
he's
de quelqu'un.
away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Ah.
Speak. I'm listening.
Bon. Elle sait déjà c'est quoi le sujet de discussion.
Slap, slap!
Slappy
Wake
slap.
up! How is it? How do you feel?
Mais comment ça tu parles? Comment ça se fait que tu parles?
Right? I think that it's amazing too. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Non, non,
I
on
have
repart, on
such a
retourne
cute
à...
voice.
on
It
retourne
must
à
be
la théorie.
because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations.
Non, non, on retourne à mime, ok? On retourne à dire mime tout le temps, ok?
Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Mother. It
What?
hurts. Have I finally reached the end? Are the years of isolation coming to an end?
Or next. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their
Ben là,
pain,
un espace
right?
isolé, désolé.
Broken.
You, ton espace isolé. Mec, elle a des trilliards de espace.
Mother? Who are they calling out for?
J'avoue, je me demande. Onyx, dis-moi qui est ta mère.
You. It's you. I remember you.
Félicitations.
Skyfather has gazed upon you.
Père Céleste.
Is calling for you.
Est-ce que le Père Céleste c'est Fully? Comment il sait pour Fully? Sans être distinct, chaque syllabe émerge de la brume sans être recouvert d'une jet immatérielle. Le jet des souvenirs fige dans le temps.
Father has chosen you.
Ouais, c'est qui est la mère? On peut pas savoir le père, mais bon. Comme par hasard. Majestueuse perce la brume dorée, perçant vraiment invisible du confin du monde. Le sang bondit revient sous la forme d'un pleur d'enfant.
Is no longer responding.
Venu te voir pour quelque chose d'important.
Something important, an important matter.
Orynyx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Orynyx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom.
Oui.
I want freedom.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
Ok. Sinon, nous occuper de tout. Qu'est-ce qui tourmente? Bah oui, c'est clair qu'il y a quelque chose qui tourmente.
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious.
Qu'est-ce qui me manque?
You lack something.
Une montre?
Just one thing.
C'est quoi?
Lacking something. What is it?
Dis-le!
What you lack is a future.
Ah. Comment ça, y a pas d'avenir?
Future?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already. The gaze from Sky Father. Stabilize your form. Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away.
Quoi?
Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
What? How is that possible?
Mais pourquoi les choix de réponse se suivent? Ça veut dire que je suis déjà mort. Voilà. L'écran commence à se retourner de glace.
The space is collapsing. Someone must inherit the authority of time. If the pillar is lost, the laws of time will collapse. Emphorius will succumb to eternal disorder.
Qu'en est-il de les... Ressuscite-moi.
Time never compromises, never bears grudges.
Tais-toi et fais-le!
Never forgives, never makes a choice. Child of humanity, Titans, Mother, Sky Father. Time restrains everything that exists in this world.
Moi non. M'abattre les mythes qui existent.
Laurinix's divinity is dissipating? Is the trial coming to an end?
Strider of remembrance, my strength.
Ah!
Shall
Je me force.
entrust to you the fate of the world. If you wish to, save it, go and find your future that has been stolen. Even if that means you'll have to cheat death. You'll have to challenge that. And a shadow clasped with unyielding fingers.
Quoi? Du 15 est mort de lever. Mais dans le arc, je vais te mettre une claque. Pourquoi? Gratuitement. Façon de savoir si Onyx t'a confié son autorité divine. Tu as désormais tout d'un demi-dieu, cependant. Même à raconter ce qui s'est passé pendant les preuves qu'elle est en train de expliquer ça aux hommes, m'a donné de te ramener jusqu'à ta chambre pour que tu puisses te reposer. C'est quoi mon super pouvoir? Ben le même. Quand tu dis ça, dans un moment pareil, c'est vraiment impressionnant. Ben oui. Chose dont je ne t'ai jamais parlé. En regardant à transpasser la voiture, tu te souviens dans la ruine de l'abîme, je t'ai dit ceci. Après que le wagon a été touché, tu as perdu connaissance, je t'ai sorti de là, mais j'ai fini par m'évanouir. Heureusement que le wagon nous a protégés, sinon on aurait été réduits en miettes. Les choses se sont pas tout à fait déroulées ainsi, ce qui s'est déroulé vraiment passé était bien plus compliqué. Tes blessures étaient graves et les plaies encore ouvertes. J'ai du mal à te porter. J'ai puisé mon dernière force pour arrêter le segment, mais ensuite une roche m'a frappé et j'ai perdu conscience. La dernière fois que j'ai vérifié, tu respirais toujours pas, mais en reprenant conscience, j'ai vu que tu étais en vie et pleine d'énergie. Je n'ai plus jamais parlé. Tu t'es évanoui à cause d'un caillou. Non, mais ça serait vraiment enculé, c'est juste ça. Je sais pas si le regard de Fouli a quelque chose à voir avec tout ça, mais d'après le titan, tu existes aujourd'hui sous la forme de souvenirs, comme ces objets du passé du miracle d'Onyx. C'est quoi, genre si je passe à côté d'une lanterne pendant qu'on l'allume, je disparais? Permet de rester attaché, rattaché au présent. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Que fait le Stellar Hunt? Ouais, non, c'est ça, peut-être, hein? Yo, Adzi! How's streaming so far? It's good. It's fine. Just learning some tragedy right now and some weird stuff. Oh non, Alex a parlé de toi. Oui, l'avenir que t'as été volé, de tromper la mort, qui envoie une idée. Son corps indestructible. La forêt serait celle avec le pouvoir qui arrive de défier le destin. Ok.
Hey, are you alright?
Pourquoi t'as popé comme
I
ça?
heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning. She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her.
Même, alors commence à dire des mim non-stop, ok? Sinon tu me gosses.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosaurs already know everything that has happened to you.
Ouais, il me l'a dit.
I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
Ryan vraiment dit March.
Have you heard? Seems like all the rooms are full.
J'ai fait une bêtise parce que j'ai paniqué, s'il te plaît, déteste-moi pas. Oui.
What are
Ah.
you folks with?
Attends, effet de statue. Ah, les avantages. L'ascenseur, s'il vous plaît. Ah ouais, ça va plus loin que ça. Ah.
Mister, I'm right here.
Pas léger qui se rapproche.
Please stay there and slowly turn around.
Vous avez un étrange sentiment de déjà vu. Tournez. Attends, il va continuer une heure direct pour votre visage. Quoi? Fermez les yeux sans être la seule option. Ça retourne immédiatement pour faire peur Castor. Pendant une fraction de seconde, le temps semblait suspendu sur l'effet de ce contact glacé. Mais instinctivement les yeux.
Please pardon me.
Mais le parfum subtil d'une fleur inconnue envahit vos sens. La douceur vous fait oublier l'importance même de respirer. Toujours en vie, enfin, il n'est pas complètement mort. Qu'elle est apparue, laissant par place un tremblement. Ah, c'est pour ça que quand on l'a pris, on n'était pas affecté par son truc à elle. Parce qu'on est déjà mort. Frémissant, effleure doucement votre joue, provoquant un léger chatoiement.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything.
T'as envahi mon espace personnel. Non, qu'est-ce que tu réussiras?
Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect that this would be the true reason.
Attends une seconde, mais... Hey, Victor, you're back! How you doing? Let me just check something. Okay.
I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier.
Mais non, mais stresse pas.
Mister, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me.
Écoute, t'es trop adorable pour avoir de la
I'm
rancœur,
just
ok?
thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
En tant que thanatologue. C'est quoi ça?
Tess! Did you find anything?
My apologies. Not as of yet. But, Mister, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly. Perhaps the result might be different this time.
Bah, accepté, hein?
I have never touched the living in this way before. If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me.
Pose un autre sapon sur votre joue ne tremble plus autant. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Tu m'as fait peur.
I seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away.
Si ton arme erre encore, ça veut dire que nous avons encore du temps, nous avons une chance de la trouver avant que les doigts ne viennent tout balayer.
Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. Ah, the connection has been severed. With my strength. It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, mister. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon.
I mean, look, Victor, you don't have to cause yourself problem when watching everything, but thank you for saying that, honestly.
I
That's very
know
kind of
that
you.
I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, please do your best to hang on. Amphorius needs you.
Ah, besoin de toi. Je ferai de mon mieux. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait maintenant?
Lady Aglaia and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well. Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well.
Mais
Also,
merci Castor,
please
c'est un
accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax. I hope that reading this can help tide you through the...
More species are disappearing.
Qu'est-ce que... Ah. Oh, what? Impitoyable. Tin, tin, tin. Je peux se parler à eux, non? Faire une prière, non. Incorruptible. Discuter de la marche à suivre avec Aglia et les autres. Ok. Juste une petite vérification. Aglia!
They're here.
That partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
Elle peut même prendre le pouls d'un mort, quoi. Hein, c'est cool d'être un mort vivant.
That's the medical prowess of the Twilight Courtyard. Amazing, isn't it?
You've completed the trial of time. And I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind. However, I never expected that. Two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
J'avoue. Yo, man, Marvel. Hi here. Hey! Wait. Yo, man, Marvel. Unique demon. Wait, that's you, Marvel. Okay. I was confused. I was
That's
like,
what we've been
this again,
talking
something
about.
wrong.
Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace. Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope. Cypher. If anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death, it would be her. I'll try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutch.
C'est censé m'assurer.
Don't take it to heart, partner. After all, you've already created countless miracles along the way, right?
Ben oui.
But before that, just...
What's wrong, Aglaya?
Omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
Eh merde.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I over the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Attends, quoi?
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Amphorius are we?
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
Tell me,
Ça peut être ça.
which titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Hand of Shadow.
Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm?
Not Netherrealm.
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm. Nothing but an illusion.
L'autre là n'est qu'une illusion, c'est un peu de la merde.
Titan rejects you, me. Listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains silent. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tides. The sound of tides. I can hear it. I hear it deep within the tides. Beyond the closed gates of the void world. A voice about to recount something.
Child of humanity,
Ah, ça c'est
is
vrai,
it
ça, non?
death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency? Oh, you have awoken.
Moi, ça, je me disais bien.
Welcome back to the mortal realm. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
15 days and nights.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Ah, nice. Ça veut dire que... Oui. Anaxa.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
Ça... C'est quoi sa compétence? Impossible d'afficher. Pourquoi? Bon, j'avoue qu'Anaxa est quand même c'est là.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Anaxagoras.
Quoi?
It's been a while, Lord Anaxagoras. I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima and express my deepest regret about what happened at the Grove of Epiphany.
It's you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
Mec, genre, il est tellement parfait, genre, on voudrait tirer dans le cœur, mais... Comment expliquer le trou?
There are Antikytherians here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
I extend to you my utmost respect, revere, Titan. I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherians perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls. Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar. If necessary, Lord Anaxagoras, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. a truth she undoubtedly comprehends. While I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Very well. Surely Lady Kindness would appreciate such assertiveness in an ally. She's been waiting. Follow me, please. Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
Ah, a pondering, truly.
Qu'est-ce qu'il veut dire?
Time is on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long path.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action. Whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
C'est vrai, puis en même temps c'est un peu faux. Mais bon, comment savoir qu'est-ce qui est vrai?
Ah, an intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate.
Ah non, c'est ça,
After
tu vas
all,
vérifier.
Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods' imminent fall.
Perhaps the gods, in their arrogance, deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could
Oh,
you
toi, t'es digne d'une claque.
elaborate
Ah!
on your statement?
Circes, the kin of the Sky Father as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still choose?
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphorius are nothing more than pitiful jests.
Et si l'idée c'est juste de rester silencieux parce qu'ils s'en foutent de toi?
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world. Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end...
Je crois que c'est la réponse.
Please, Professor.
Voilà. Ah non, c'est littéralement juste le taxi.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited. Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence of a titan.
Ouais.
Once deemed a blasphemer,
Impressionnateur, celui de
now a surrogate for revered divinity.
Huh.
The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here to guide you shortly.
Comme par hasard.
In the meanwhile, you're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view. Delaying the crucial meeting is something none of us wish to see, I presume.
Ok, si je veux, tu fais quoi, juste?
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need to emphasize that.
As you wish. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
Voilà, c'est ça. Ha!
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
I shall depart to explore the surroundings then. Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the grove perceive another Titan.
Off you go. I won't be joining you. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate the Council of Elders' recent activity.
Be aware, I can hear you perfectly well from...
Hein? Voilà, c'est ça, il est quand même dans la tête, hein. Oublie pas ça, hein. Prenez-vous en attendant le messager.
Watch this magic trick.
Oh! Ok, c'est son œil. Ouais, il fait ça.
Professor Anaxa! Over here!
J'ai pas de temps pour ça. Je dois reculer des choses dans le temps. Ah, y'a pas ça. Heureusement, les vents ici ne sont pas trop forts car mes flammes peuvent brûler tranquillement. Pendant ça, j'ai entendu une question tout à l'heure. Je n'ai pas pu trouver de bonne réponse. Un sage, un prêtre, un riche, un initié sont piégés en même ruine. Ils veulent tout surveiller, ils veulent tout donner. Ils veulent tout donner des ordres aux autres. Le sage dit qu'il représente le peuple, le prêtre dit qu'il représente les titans. Le marchand dit avoir beaucoup de jetons d'équilibre en ville. L'initié est puissant et fort, alors qui parmi ces quatre a le dernier mot? Représente le peuple. On s'en fout, il n'y a pas de peuple présentement. Représente les titans, c'est millions, mais là, on est coincé. Hein. Le marchand, son argent est en ville. Il faut le dire. Hein. Arrêtez de te déranger pour moi, je réfléchis un peu. Ben, au moins il va pouvoir focuser sur la survie justement du monde. Il va toujours utiliser l'intelligence des autres. Merde. Ouais non c'est ça, j'ai pas assez de mobilité. Allez, un autre crâne derrière. Merci. Bon, qu'est-ce qu'elle veut l'autre? Ah, attends, il y a un coffre. Le coffre est plus important que toi.
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
Ouais, alors plus remercie Cersei.
You could say it's the fates toying with us.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that gladly. So, are you here to report the incident to the council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be next in line. Even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Cersei's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone.
Okay.
Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Bon, mais pas dans ce sens-là. Hein.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your prattling.
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions. So I came to listen in. But it seems as though this Kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours? Just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think.
Oh, il y a un puzzle ici.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Ben oui, déjà là.
Anaxagoras, I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
As Kephales's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being. Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago, who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
Moi j'ai un gun.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be Kindness?
You.
Ha! Fuck you.
Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that Kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Ah, c'est fait pris.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kephales's followers.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the god of deliverance, It is only natural that he detests evil.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Dommage qu'on peut pas abattre le monde. Qu'est-ce que... Qu'est-ce que... Ok. Ben voilà. Là, il faut juste que je trouve une manière. Bonjour, j'ai fait de l'art abstrait. Ah ben voilà.
It's just an answer. Nothing too difficult.
Bon, est-ce qu'un... Je vois le coffre. Donne-moi le coffre! Speed.
Oh, my.
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Circe's.
Non. Pourquoi ceux-là d'en haut sont clean, mais ceux-là non?
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
This mural is quite abstract.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Ben oui.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Mais... Connard!
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawncloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your act?
The entire plan is stored in my memory. So why don't you look there?
Je vous prie, c'est ton frère.
Then don't mind if I do. 1 year old, 2 years old. Oh my! Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his Dromastal to sleep? How interesting.
That's enough.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it. This is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately...
This... Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of Thalesis' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is why I thought that, since all living things stemmed from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Anaxa, you...
I did it, teacher!
But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven Saints.
Calm down, teacher. She's still not in the mortal realm, even to this day.
What?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip by merely sacrificing one eye. Equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time.
Ah, man.
Nothing more.
Pour ça qu'il y a un œil de moins.
Let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything. Never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was able to see her one last time, I have no other desires. You're right, teacher. It's time for me to start a new life.
I am sincerely glad for you, child. Now then.
I wish to continue Thalesis' research.
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject.
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg. I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever. I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world upside down.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours? However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to... My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all, this is what equivalent exchange means, correct?
As expected, you laid a trap for me to step into. Unfortunately, even if I was willing to talk about my past, I may not know more about it than you do.
Comment ça?
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom? Your followers are going to be sorely...
Child of humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Ça c'est pas faux.
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical questions.
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Is that so?
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival. So please depart for...
Carefully. The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world.
Chef.
If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people who hold grudges against that Lady Goldweaver.
Isn't that the Dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay...
Suis-moi, m'arrête. Quoi? Il regarde en haut du mât quand le clair de lune monté voit le navire se balancer doucement en glissant sur la mer sombre. Dans ces moments-là, je rêvais même de devenir un héros. Alors reprenons enfin la mer. Oui, capitaine. Oui, capitaine! Oh! Qui vit au fond de la mer? Non, c'est pas la bonne chanson. Putain. C'est l'heure du gros hackage en cours. Hein?
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs. And it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet, in my view, there are only right and wrong perspectives, neither of which can coexist with the other.
What radical thinking.
Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead. I'll take my leave for now.
Comment on l'entendait alors qu'on est au moins à 100 mètres de distance?
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
Lord Anaxagoras, oh, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed. And yet, Ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Everyone, stand down.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench of avarice and blood.
Juste la gonner, mais bon.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akama are so entitled to.
Je sais pas si elle comprend que genre... Elle veut sonner la guerre à des demi-dieux.
As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs.
Me.
But now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
It's normal for ideas to have some...
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxagoras. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akama's history. May the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Era Chrysia, a golden age with no death, strife, or trickery.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise.
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have, as expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she misunderstands you.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience with such superfluous...
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being pursued by the Golden Thread?
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
Ouais. Elle, oui. Les autres vont juste sortir leur arme.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaya covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support me as much as possible. Naturally, this includes the guards as well. You're well aware how valuable Cersei's core flame will be in the era Chrysia that you are desperately pursuing. Talk is cheap, so you'd better act prudently as well.
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies.
Bien sûr.
Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other.
Ça sent des gros mensonges.
Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom. Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy, Aglaya. She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. A formidable opponent indeed. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery?
Déjà préparé mon exécution. Ben.
I believe you're aware of Castorus the Executioner. Long before I returned to Akama, Aglaya had already dispatched her to monitor me. If I weren't able to reach this place in time, I would have been forced to meet Thanatos first. As compared to a comprehensive plan with uncertain results, if you decide to cut open my chest and remove the core flame, wouldn't that settle her nerves even more? Everything is in place.
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right to live, just as we defend every oppressed citizen. However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed. Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
Although the circumstances are rather unfortunate from an objective point of view, it is an undeniable fact that ever since the Grove was attacked, I have become the de facto leader of the Grove. The Council of Elders needs more backing if it wishes to topple Aglaya. and it's evident that the Academy wields considerable influence. At the very least, I have served as the Grove's special envoy to Akama for a significant amount of time. Of course, this also means that I will hold a crucial vote at the Citizens' Assembly.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your sincere and valuable thoughts. At this stage, it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. Let me put it plainly. The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity.
Ouais, non, ça, j'ai quand même pas mal de doutes.
The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just as...
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty is itself akin to a form of betrayal.
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais ici?
However, I am afraid that I must interrupt. As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a slight...
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. In any case, I'm glad that she's arriving here. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame.
Ben là, ils sont pas obligés de te protéger à ce moment-là.
More like 2 core flames. After all, at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Oh? How can you be sure of that?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. In my opinion, you should be more worried about the impending threat. If Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke instead. Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately. But you do best to remember this. Fool the people and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time, but don't count on there being a next time.
Ouais, fais-toi-en pas. C'est pas que je m'en fous de ton histoire, mais c'est...
Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of souls.
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
We shall see, then.
Ah, I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But shouldn't you be going after more?
Dying to know what I'm after,
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answers soon enough.
J'aime tellement pas ça.
I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. It's as they say, the true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over everything.
Qu'est-ce qu'il peut bien planifier, ce gars-là?
An expected visitor. Welcome once again. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali. I have no reason to refuse you.
You may not, but Kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama.
C'est pas faux, ça?
She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
Very true.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. He might very well be plotting something nefarious against the Titan. Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the World-Bearer.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated Titan in person. Please, go ahead. Let me join you both on this journey. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the Holy Mountain.
Pourquoi j'en mets ça si j'y vais
Their
aussi mal que ça?
followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Yeah.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Ouais, non, ouais.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
Plus vite, la machine, je pourrais marcher, puis j'irai plus vite que toi. Ouais, non, pas à ce moment. Oui, il y a un coffre.
Go
Ah,
ahead.
je vais ouvrir le coffre.
Take this Yanis shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be waiting for you at its end.
Il est où le téléporteur de l'autre bord?
I have to admit, I never expected you to not ask me anything.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end of this journey.
Moi, j'espère qu'il
I believe Kefali will not deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of death. You must be closer to Kefali than anyone else. Wouldn't you agree?
Comment qu'il le sait?
I hope things go as you say, then.
Putting a child of justice into a farcical world is bound to turn it upside down. It is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this world which is on the brink of destruction.
Comment est-ce qu'il peut savoir ce genre de choses-là?
Go melt it down.
On tourne? Oui.
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawn Cloud's peak.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time you recognize the magnificence of us Titans?
Well, I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. All they have are magnificent facades. And even though I've come this far, I'm still doubtful about getting useful clues from him.
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice from you.
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time you get used to how I feel about things. All right, we're just a short hike away from Kefali.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social interactions.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall now? I know how far I can go, so just hold your tongue and come along.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
Wait. Is that... Hey, look at that.
Huh? What should I be looking at?
Am I hallucinating? Or do we even get to see souls when we're close to dying?
Ben... Maintenant j'avoue, ça c'est un homme. Vous avez senti qu'il y a une disparition. Ben...
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Nias. I know I've heard this name somewhere.
Huh. It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Sarces. Do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
I just saw him. Nias. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
Je pense à croire qu'il l'est, honnêtement.
This is a departed spirit.
Est-ce qu'il serait capable de les voir parce qu'il a tant étudié ça ou parce qu'il est en train de mourir lentement? Allez, l'ascenseur!
You two again.
Ouais, il y a une main juste ici. Ah, il y a un token là-bas. tirer avec la méga main. Papillorigami. Cuit. Mais. On n'est pas à peine inconnu. Ah, une autre piège juste ici. Plus un papillon juste là. Parfait. Ah, t'as voyageur venu de loin. Papy aiguille. Quoi? Sans concurrent, déjà échoué à mon épreuve. Sera-tu le suivant? En tant que tisseur. Oh mon dieu, aïe. J'ai mis mon honneur en jeu. Derrière quel âge je me cache? Attaquer. Disons que c'est aussi une façon de briser les règles du jeu. Putain. Moi je joue pas à des petits jeux, moi je suis dans un cours d'écran. Ah, une autre pièce juste là. Oh, un autre. Salut toi. Attends un peu, non. Remonter le courant sur la rivière du temps. J'ai un peu une résistance finie. Résigné à laisser porter et à abandonner. Je suis resté à. Je suis bloqué, mais je crois. Ils sont les deux autres. Ah ben. Il y en a un là. Il n'y a pas l'air d'insectes cette fois-ci. Oh! Ok, non, il y a un peu. De ce bord là peut-être? Ah ben. Let's go, défi ici. Ah oui.
You two again. Not too shabby.
Okay,
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply to you?
Well.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Kaos. I've never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
Very.
Let's just hope we mean as much as the world to him.
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination?
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but you're now talking about a certain Kaos. I'm guessing he's one of your companions?
Kaos? This name sounds just as strange to me.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations, but the souls of people.
What? But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
Dans le cerveau.
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my dying moment. Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save.
Fine.
Go!
If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing.
Bon, j'ai plus de bonus. Je vais faire ça. Là, il faut que je pense. Faut que j'active la droite. Attends, quoi? Ok. Merde, mais je viens de réaliser que... Ah, voilà. On va me demander, là. Mais très tard.
So...
Of course. I'm just... If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
No.
I'm not getting anything of value from them.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
Calypso. She's one of the Seven Sages. A member of the Grove? No, she can't be. I would know her name if she really were one of the Seven Sages. Hey, Circes. Does the name Calypso ring a bell? Circes?
Quoi, elle a disparu?
They're gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself.
Ah non, récemment, il s'habille mal.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia. Return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk. Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
We're here. Finally. So... I don't get to ask the Titan my question. But all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless. Very well then. Let me uncover the truth. Did I still fail? Huh? So, I'm back here again. This is... I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides. This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some...
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst-case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes. I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Ah merde. La divinité de la mort.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Circe's question. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can... But no, I will not do that. That isn't important. Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant.
Ah.
Fusing a mortal soul with that of a titan to replace said titan is not a ludicrous idea.
What are you thinking about? Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the Great Tree.
Ah bah ça c'est le cas.
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Circe's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars. And their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree. Because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot.
Oh, mais on n'est pas là pour parler de ça. Non, pas on est là pour ça.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Circe's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying, right, Denny? After all, the titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves. But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky.
C'est pour ça qu'il faut
The
tuer
Grove
le
has a wealth of
petit
research in
ciel.
Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for. It's just... I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, Yeah, there's no rest for the weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove.
There's no rest for
Let's
the
split
wicked.
up to cover more ground.
Mais non, mais faut jamais se
Danny,
séparer.
with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide will pose no threat to you anyway.
Justement, toi, tu vas être correct au moins?
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
Justement, t'es un médecin. Je te vois mal sortir un glut pis tirer sur du monde. Hein. plus. Tant. Non, je préfère rester mort. Comme ça, je peux pas mourir encore. Comme ça, quand je vais me faire poignarder, ben au moins ça me fera plus mal. Oh non, un couteau dans mon torse. Don Hong. Ah, mais là, c'est Don Hong normal, ça. C'est pas la version. Ouais, non, c'est ça, c'est pas la version migrée. J'ai quand même le prendre. Aïe là. Voilà. Speed. Ben, le pire, c'est qu'on a juste dit une créature des. Ceux-là qu'on voit dans la station Aerta, quoi. Jusque-là, ils sont coloriés. Speed. Ah, comme par hasard, je me disais bien que c'était trop beau pour être vrai.
Really now? This is way more trouble than I could have asked. Or you could sit back and watch.
Mais.
I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please.
Aïe, là, les demoiselles peuvent pas se défendre. C'est cool.
There's no reason with you bunch anymore. Those were the both good. Those who did the grave. Let's duel.
Là, mort.
I have something for you.
Il est pas mort.
Fighting is
Il est toujours en
meaningless.
vie. Ah, mais là, il va mourir à cause du signal.
I venture forth forever triumphant.
We won't get away.
Bah voilà.
Never hesitate.
Perhaps you still don't know that conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Ce qui me fait pas mal regretter de pas avoir pris de médecin, visiblement.
Bring it on.
I've no interest in conflict.
Thank
The
you,
truth
Bob
of
got
life
those.
and death.
Pas intéressant. Comment ça se fait? Ah. Don Hong, c'était push.
I venture forth forever triumphant.
Ah, tu triomphes!
Fighting is meaningless.
All you stinks. Let's duel.
Never hesitate.
Yes.
Black Tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphorius. So or rather, the blessings of the Sky Priest in me, might have unknowingly called them to me. Anyway,
mais t'as une image,
never
quoi.
mind that for now. Here, you might want to have a look at this.
Quoi?
This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching the sky.
Ah ben là, ça peut être n'importe qui d'autre, hein.
Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic, even in a place as liberal as the Grove. Yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Cersei's favors. Fate sure works in mysterious ways.
Ouais, hein?
Oh, let me have a look. By the looks of them, these scrolls... Sure, go ahead.
En fait, non, j'ai pas de
Anaxa
question.
often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth.
Il a l'air d'un échec.
Perhaps,
allez.
to him, the crash of the skyship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters. That's what I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove?
Hey, tout le monde est sur le ok. Ah, un médecin. Don Hong, désolé, mais un médecin reprend ta place. C'est rien contre toi, hein, c'est juste que
a place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find philosophical texts. We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a manuscript from a certain author, but ended up returning a copy instead of the original. What's more, the original manuscript was supposedly then hidden here. Nice? No need to hold yourself back, Danny. You can just tell it like it is. Their behavior was no different from bandits.
Better.
You've got me there. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary in Castrum Kremnos, so I guess they were spared. There are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the Biblioslate to search for the text we need?
Hein? Faut pas s'attarder, ben là.
I can already see what they must have written. Anaxa has no... Why else would they call him the Great Performer? When Anaxa established his school of thought, the first thing he apparently did was read his own work to everyone.
Ça m'étonne pas.
Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are indubitably perfect, but what of Amphorius? Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn.
Okay.
They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish.
Huh.
Though what he took on in the end was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholar's allegations, or face expulsion from the Grove. The first allegation was... Do you agree that since the Titans created the heavens and earth, so the mountains...
Je suis pas d'accord.
Anaxa said the same thing then. Needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer. So they felt you claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact, defiling them and committing acts condemned by the gods. Anaxa always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Some say he used one of his eyes as an alchemical ingredient.
Malheureusement, c'est pas
Every
faux.
being in the world owes their safekeeping to Kifili, and this is even more so for the Chrysos heirs who have divine blood coursing through them. If he has really done, thankfully, they had no way to prove it, so it amounted to nothing more than one by one, Anaxa engaged in wars of words against those who would challenge him. It was only after a brief silence that he answered. I have never denied that Titans are meant to be noble constructs. Yes. By the way,
Oui, on le
this
sait
stat
qu'il
of him talking about
voulait trash talk
Anaxa's...
à longueur de temps.
It's a well-kept secret. Among the seven sages, excluding the nominal chief, even the administrators of the law with the grove in this state,
Oh, mais le battement de cœur quand même, c'est stressant un peu. Mais bon, je sais qu'aujourd'hui... Attention, ok. Oh shit, on his dicks. Your passion for the game really shine through in everything you do. Watching your stream only feel like time well spent. Hey man, nice to be here. All that. Thompson, I'm really glad honestly that you enjoyed this time you're spending. Honestly, I'm sorry for everyone. I'm gonna have to actually put a hand on it on the call of emergency. I'm gonna just settle this screen for now. I'm highly sorry. I'm gonna read the message also. Your stream feel like the gold standard for Honkai content. I'm really glad to hear that. Honestly, I'm just doing the best I can for a game like that that truly deserve it. It's not the best game ever since most of the people is gonna more like a non-turn by turn game like Genshin, ZZZ, Zenless Zero. Yeah, I just remember that. And Wuthering Waves, who doesn't have turn-based combat. But this one is great also. It's not too much stress, it's just thinking. Every stream you do feel like a master class and Honkai. I'm glad to hear that. Well, actually, to read that. I actually admire how consistent and composite your gameplay is. Of course, otherwise it would just constantly be failure in battle. But it always constantly victory. So, as it's sadly already the end of the stream, like I said over the call of emergency, I'm gonna have to put an end on it. And for the end, if you all enjoy it, what you see, you can always just follow me, hitting the bell for a future notification. If I'm right, you're gonna get a message directly either to your email or whatsoever system is gonna do. Because honestly, I never tried that to be honest, but it will, and you will know when the next time I'm gonna do a stream. And I'm gonna wish you all either a good day or a good night, depending on your time zone. And see you next time. Bon, pour le peu qui ont regardé le stream, je vais devoir arrêter pour aujourd'hui sous l'appel d'une urgence malheureusement. Mais bon, ne vous en faites pas, rien de trop stressant. Rien de horrible, comme ça vous n'avez pas besoin de stresser. Je vais en refaire un autre stream le plus tôt possible. Mais entre-temps, si vous avez aimé ce que vous avez vu et voulez en voir plus, vous pouvez me suivre et appuyer sur la cloche pour les futures notifications. Sinon, entre-temps, je vous souhaite une bonne journée ou une bonne nuit et à la prochaine, j'espère.